Welcome to my top 10 most anticipated comics for May 10th, 2023. Guys, I'm Mike Spider Slayer. Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. It's never too early to start that pull list for next week, and hopefully this list will help you make decisions on what comic books to buy. Guys, before we dive into it, I just gotta give a quick shout out to Whatnot. Guys, there is a link in my description box below if you would like to click on that link and save yourself $15 off of your first purchase on Whatnot. What are you waiting for? It's my gift from me to you, no strings attached, doesn't cost any money, whether you're a collectible of comics or cards or Legos or anything like that. Just go onto a site, an auction site on Whatnot, bid, you could win, save yourself 15 bucks. So download it today, use my link in the description box below. All right, guys, so here we go. Kicking it off with the hot seat, we got Something Epic, issue 1. This is the series premiere. And this is titled Imagination is Real, right? Outside our perception, creative thought takes physical form. So we have like a handful of people that is able to do this, where it's just like you think of something and it comes to life in physical form. And our main character is a 14-year-old by the name of Danny Dillon. So he's accepting these responsibilities of being maybe like this chosen one or whatever it is. So there's superheroes, monsters, creatures, cartoon characters, and they all live amongst the humans. So I don't know. It sounds like an interesting concept. We'll see what it has to offer. It's a very fantasy-like story. This is 32 pages, and this is $4. All right, here's a book that's on the rise. I feel like this book is getting better every single time it comes out. This is the Invincible Iron Man. This is issue 6, and it's titled Blast to the Past. Now, I most recently actually read the most recent issue of Iron Man, issue 5, and it was really good about the character by the name of Fei Long. He is a mutant who tried to take over Mars and stuff like that, and now he has this thing against Tony Stark Iron Man. He's been throwing him under the bus. He wants to take over Stark Unlimited, and we've got to see that through the course of this series so far. But it looks like this book might be taking a little bit of a break on dealing with a story that happened in the past with Iron Man. And it's Iron Man versus the West Coast Avengers. So if you've been around for many years like I have reading West Coast Avengers, you're going to have fun with this story. Why is Iron Man facing Hawkeye and all the others? Who knows? But I'm sure we'll find out. So I'm definitely looking forward to this one. This is legacy numbering 656. This is 28 pages, and this one is $4. Okay, here we go. Officially kicking off the top 10 now. We have Phantom Road. This is issue 3. That's right. So Phantom Road is a pretty cool book. We have these two people that come across this artifact and they touched it, and now they went into this weird different dimension. Dude, it's so weird. It like reminds you of the Upside Down. They went to this pit stop where it's a gap between both the real world and the underworld, and they killed one of the creatures, and now he became like a human, and now the police are after him. It's weird. It's written by Jeff Lemire, and if you know Jeff Lemire's writing, you're going to get the payoff towards the end of this book. Great story, something different, outside the box, $4 book. Coming in at number 9, we have The Nasty. This is issue 2. Issue 1 was phenomenal. I think this one is done by Vault, if I'm not mistaken. And this is about a kid who fell in love with 80s horror flicks, right? Slasher movies. Mom sent him out one day, and he's like, I got no one to play with. So what he does, he constructs in his own mind his imaginary friend, and his imaginary friend is a slasher creature, right? Or slasher guy. And he stays with them all the way till now. Like, he's 18 years old and he's still hanging out with his imaginary friend. He hangs out with his friends at a video store. They came across this crazy VCR tape. They popped it in, and then all of a sudden something happens once they watch this movie. If you want to find out more, see if you can find issue 1. But dude, this is a great book. Looking forward to the next one. $5. Coming in at number 8, we have Batman White Knight presents Generation Joker. This is issue 1. So this is obviously, spinning out of all the Batman White Knight stuff. I feel like we've gotten a lot of Batman White Knight stuff. That's why this one is a little bit lower on my list. And I wasn't a huge fan of the last few issues of the last volume here. But this one, we have the twins that run away in a stolen Batmobile. So, and the reason why is I think they have a way to resurrect their father. So they're working together. So who is going to find this dark secret? Are they going to stay good? Are they going to become bad? I'm curious to see what the next generation, the Joker's kids, are going to do to try to get their father back. We'll see. Sean Murphy usually writes great stuff. I love his writing. I love the artwork as well. If I could give you a recommendation of a great Sean Gordon Murphy story, I think was it The Wake? And then Tokyo Ghost is another one that's really great stuff. So this is 32 pages and this is $5. Coming in at number 7. Here we go, guys. It's the Summer of Symbiotes. We have the Extreme Venomverse. This is issue 1. Return to Venomverse. And you're just going to get a bunch of symbiotes. That's basically what's going on. This kicks off the whole Summer of Symbiote event. So, yeah. I don't know what to expect with this, but when it comes to Venom symbiotes, I'm sure you're going to get a lot of cool variant covers. You're going to kind of see a lot of cool different creatures that you haven't seen before. I don't know really what the story has entail. I am looking forward to it. I'm going to look at this as a summer popcorn flick, right? You don't expect anything out of it. Just enjoy what you're reading. Have fun with it. Bring yourself back to the day when you were a kid reading comic books. That's what you can expect here. 36 pages, $5. Coming in at number 6, we have Ghost Rider. This is issue 14. This book has been great, man. I have had nothing but great things to say about Ghost Rider. He's coming across Danny Ketch in here, where he's been experimented on with the scientists and whatnot, and now he's like in control of Georgia, and he has like all these supernatural abilities, and it looks like these two are going to come face to face. I think in the last issue, we got to see a little bit of Danny Ketch's story, like where he's been and how he's obtaining, his powers and whatnot. It's cool, man. I really recommend this book. But what I would recommend is you going back and reading the first couple of trades of this so you get a full appreciation of what this story has to offer. Legacy numbering 257, 36 pages, $5. Coming in at number 5, we have Dark Ride. This is issue 6. This is written by Joshua Williamson. Did you know he was a fan of amusement parks, and that's why he wrote this comic book? But he wrote a horror amusement park style of book. And Halloween, there's this girl by the name of Halloween, and she has a twin brother. We got to witness, the birth of those children in the last issue, and their father on how he created this park, and basically how he sold all these people's souls to the devil in order to create this successful amusement park. It's absolutely insane. I love everything about this book. You're very vested into these characters as well. I can't wait to see how this whole thing turns out. This is a $4 comic. Coming in at number 4, we have Noctera issue 14, titled No Breaks. This is part 3. So this book in the last issue was like balls to the walls action. If you're familiar with Noctera, there's this world where it's been shaded out by this humongous, crazy creature of the dark. And if you expose yourself to the nighttime, then what happens is you become this shaded creature. Well, now our heroes here, they have to find this place called Eos, and they have this mathematic equation that they can use to actually get the light back into Earth and maybe heal everybody. The action in the last issue was awesome as they're trying to outrun all of the crazy like shade creatures, and then in the very last page they come across these very lighthearted creatures that maybe can save the world. I don't know. We'll see what happens. The artwork by Tony S. Daniel is absolutely phenomenal. This is a recommend. I definitely say check this book out, guys. $4, 32 pages. So, coming in at number 3, we have Nemesis Reloaded. This is issue 5, the mini-series finale. This is a shame. I really like this. this book might be too violent for people, and I totally get it. We have this guy who has this vendetta against the Los Angeles Police Department where they killed his parents. Now, his parents were murderers and whatnot, but it was his parents, and he looked up to him. He was a really young kid. He didn't know any better, and he's doing anything and everything to kill the entire police department from that time that killed his folks. Now, we're also learning about how Nemesis came to be, how he became the violent individual that he is today, which I really appreciate that, because this is also just an origin story also. Can't wait to see what happens. Written by Jeff Miller. This is a $6. I'm sorry, Mark Miller. This is a $6 comic book. I'm a little bit under the weather, guys. I got a bad ear infection and it's creating some vertigo. So if I'm a little bit stumbly, seem a little dizzy, that's kind of why. So I'm doing my best here. Coming in at number 2, we have Green Lantern issue 1. Holy cow. Just like the other week, how I was super excited about Green Arrow issue 1, I'm just as excited with Green Lantern. We haven't seen a solid Green Lantern series in a long time here, and we had Jeremy Adams on the book, who most recently wrote The Flash. Here we go, guys. You know what? I'm telling you, DC this year is making improvements. They may not be coming out with a ton of new books, but they're headed in the right direction. When you see the most recent release of Green Arrow, it was phenomenal. Now you're getting Green Lantern. We had great Flash run, right? It's funny how Batman kind of fell down a little bit, but we're getting some books here that actually have like real meat behind their stories, great character interactions. World's Finest is another one, and I cannot wait for Green Lantern. Looks like we're going to get Carol Ferris back. This is the stuff that I've been waiting for years now, so I'm going to keep my fingers crossed here. And this is 40 pages, and this is $5. All right, guys, so remember, once we get done with number 1, we are not done, so we still have those noteworthy comics to talk about. This is a heavy comic book week, but as anticipated, my number 1 most anticipated comic is Amazing Spider-Man issue 25. The past and the present collide in the oversized, monumental 25th issue. Your heart isn't ready for this one. I don't know, guys. I am keeping my fingers crossed that this is going to be something big. And I don't care what happens. I just want it to be big. I want it to shock me. Do something different. I don't care. I don't care if Mary Jane dies. I don't care if Aunt May dies. I don't care if Peter dies. Do something that's going to make it shocking, to make it worthwhile. Maybe, you never know, that Mephisto comes in play and then the marriage actually happens and then Aunt May dies. You never know, right? I mean, just keep your fingers crossed. Let's hope it's something cool. Let's hope it's worthy of that tagline that they say that this is the most, crazy event since Gwen Stacy's death. I don't know. I'm just excited for it. It's going to sell a lot of copies. We're going to talk about it for sure. This is legacy numbering 919. It's a 52-page comic, so it's a big story, $7. Noteworthy comics, kicking it off with Marvel. We have Silk, issue 1. So she's back once again. At least she has a purpose now based off of the Spider-Man series. She's in charge of all the Spider-Verse characters. Then we have Spider-Man 2099 Dark Genesis issue 2. Still haven't read issue 1 at this point, so I couldn't put it on my most anticipated. Daredevil issue 11, which I actually just read issue 10 upon this recording, like right before it. Actually, really good issue, so I'm looking forward to this one. And then we have Captain Marvel issue 49 as it's starting to wind down. I think issue 50 is the last one. We have Rogue and Gambit issue 3. It's okay. Cosmic Ghost Rider issue 3. Okay. Spider-Gwen Shadow Clones. This is issue 3. Dropping this one, but I'm letting you guys know that it's coming out. Then we have DC Comics. We have the Justice Society of America issue 4. Superman Lost issue 3. Not capturing my attention here, so I'm not going to read that one. Stargirl, The Lost Children issue 6. I've heard that this has been really good. We got this new Spirit World book. This is issue 1. For the kiddos, we got Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries, issue 8. And then we move on to some indies here. We got Saga issue 64. And then we have Spawn issue 341. And then we have Junkyard Joe issue 6. I told you this is a heavy week. And then Last Barbarians, this is issue 4. So there you guys have it. There are all the comic books that I am anticipating for the week and some of the noteworthy ones. So if you guys loved it, I'm going to leave you more content right here. This is my top 10 comic book covers of the week. There was also a contest winner announced in that video. So if you haven't checked it yet, go ahead, check it out, click on it. And of course, guys, as always, keep buying, keep collecting, but more importantly, always read your comics. Guys, I'll see you real soon. Take care. Bye.